to die. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. 5 people in Saudi Arabia sent to death row for last year's murder of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi. Fox's Rachel Sutherland live in Washington.
Dave, in addition to 5 sentenced to die, 3 more were convicted in Khashoggi's death and are going to prison. 3 others acquitted. Khashoggi disappeared in October of 2018 when he went to the Saudi consulate in Turkey to obtain paperwork to marry his fiancée. Inside, Saudi agents reportedly ambushed him, killed him, and dismembered his body. The 59-year-old remains have not been found. The Saudi royal court found Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman was not directly involved in the murder. The prince did tell PBS he bore responsibility because the killing happened on his watch. Dave?
Rachel, an American service member has been killed in Afghanistan, the 20th one this year. The Taliban's taking credit, claiming it happened in a roadside bombing. Congress won't return from holiday break for 2 weeks, but the Senate can't set an impeachment trial date yet because House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is waiting, demanding a fair process. Republican Congressman Doug Collins just told Fox.
That's just not the way it works, Madam Speaker. If you want to do it right, then go ahead and send the articles over to the Senate and let them see the tragedy in which y'all just put the American people through.
Democratic Senate Leader Chuck Schumer is demanding 4 witnesses who refused to testify in the House, including acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney.
The truth should come out on something as important as an impeachment.
There's heavy rain in parts of the South, North Carolina down to Florida, disrupting travel around Fort Lauderdale. Flash flooding temporarily closed the airport there. It's back open now. Dozens of flights canceled or delayed. Fog and ice helped cause a chain reaction crash yesterday on a highway in Virginia.
At least 69 cars crashed, injuring 51 people, 2 of them critically. Drivers said the thick fog prevented them from seeing brake lights or the crash ahead. And by the time it all came into view, they couldn't stop. Some people in those crashed cars exited their vehicles to get away from the continuing impacts.
That's Fox's Jackie Heinrich. America's listening to Fox News.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. I began paying employees in 1988. I would handwrite checks and say, here you go, don't cash it until Tuesday. But a teenage employee said his dad wanted to see his pay stub. Pay stub? We don't have pay stubs. Get back to work. He said,
Dad works for the government, and state law requires that I receive a pay stub.
Crud! Now I'm supposed to be an expert on withholding payroll taxes and create pay stubs? That's why I created Patriot Software, to help employers with 1 to 100 employees do their payroll correctly with pay stubs. Go to PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
PatriotSoftware.com. Accounting and payroll. Keep your time and money.
2 days before Christmas, a lot of Americans are hitting the road more than ever.
116 million Americans are expected to travel through the new year. That's a record and an increase of around 4 million from 2018, with most of us hitting the road.
If you're traveling by car, there are about 105 million of your best friends on the roadways alongside with you.
AAA's Jeanette Castellanos is trying not to travel during rush hour, but at the worst travel times, since Christmas is midweek, is later in the week.
Heavy travel periods Thursday, Friday afternoon.
7 million of us will fly. Some 4 million will take trains, buses, even cruise ships. AAA credits the travel increase with a strong economy and more discretionary cash in our pockets. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
All these travelers are spending a little less at the gas pump despite a recent rise in oil prices.
Something else is up, and that is the churning out of so much gasoline by our refineries here in the U.S. The capacity use rate is way up over 6 weeks, and inventories are bulging.
Analyst Trilby Lundberg's nationwide survey has gas down 4 cents the last 2 weeks, now $2.61 a gallon. AAA's average is less, just under $2.55. On Wall Street, stocks could rise at the opening bell. Dow futures up about 60 points. The Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500 all start the week in record territory after closing again at all-time highs on Friday. The new Star Wars, a force at the box office.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
Now, the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker is the 9th and final episode. Number 1 with a $176 million opening weekend in North America, though that debut far less than the last 2 in this new trilogy. The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi each had well over $200 million in their opening weekends. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. 20 years is the sentence for Tuscola man who admitted to sexually assaulting a girl he was supervising. 58-year-old Clyde Kearns pleaded guilty. He'll have to serve 85% of the sentence, or 17 years. And he was given credit for about a year he'd already served since his arrest. He's accused of sexually assaulting 2 girls. They were both under the age of 13 when they were molested. Governor J.B. Pritzker has put together a new group to study the state's early childhood education system. It is a 29-member commission whose goal will be to make Illinois the best in the country for raising young children. It is comprised of state lawmakers, the state superintendent of education, advocates, school officials, and providers. The Chicago Sun-Times says the commission will recommend better ways for the state to use the Early Childhood Services Fund. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Hey, Joe, you got that spreadsheet for me?
Yeah, 1 second, Larry. Let me pull it up. Where'd it go?
Hey, I'm going to need that spreadsheet ASAP, Joe.
Yeah, sure, Larry. Just 1 second. It's gone. Everything's gone. My emails, my spreadsheets, my fantasy football league.
This is Joe. Don't be like Joe. Give Area Wide Technologies in Champaign a call at 359-8041. They'll make sure your work setup is secure and running smoothly. Then you won't be in a situation like Joe.
Well, good morning. 7:06 on the 23rd of December. ESPN 93.5 3-day weather forecast brought to you by the Blossom Basket Floors. From simple to simply magnificent with 2 locations. Village at the Crossing, Champaign, Cunningham, and Urbana, 367 Rose, or blossombasket.com. Good morning, Diane Dizzy.
Good morning, Stevie. Some fog in low-lying areas. Today's high 51, though, down to 25 this evening. Up to 49, partly cloudy on Christmas Eve. Only down to 35 in the evening. Man, we're seeing some melting going on.
Unbelievable. No, the temperatures are, come on. I mean, I don't remember.
And the high on Christmas Day is 55.
Well, we could play golf. I mean, you could totally hit a bucket of balls. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Jim Goss is nodding his head.
Yeah.
Yes, possibly so.
Yeah.
Temperatures currently at 36 on ESPN 93.5.
All right, we're going to do Cardinal calendar giveaways if you're available to get them today. You'll have to come out today, but we will give you a chance at the amazing last-minute stocking stuffer. Cardinal calendar giveaway about 25 minutes from now. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, a good friend to be our last visit for 2019, Professor Alan Sachs, University of Texas at Arlington. Sir, how are you?
Merry Christmas to all.
Okay, I didn't see that one coming. Nancy Pelosi impeaches the president and doesn't give it to Mitch McConnell. Do you?
It is crazy. You know what it's all about. I heard an interesting interview last evening between Mark Levin and Kenneth Starr, who is the special counsel under Bill Clinton, under President Clinton. And they raised a very interesting word that the House Representatives and Mrs. Pelosi have no regard for. It was called comity, not comedy, but comity.
Right.
I pronounce it as comedy.
Yeah.
And it means respect, just a certain amount of respect. And they have no respect for the U.S. Senate.
Well, my brother Johnny said Friday, you don't blame somebody and accuse somebody of something you're doing, which is essentially what the Democrats have done.
Psychologists call that projection.
Yeah.
It's an interesting word for it, projection.
Okay, well, she has to. I mean, the Harvard law guy who's a Democrat said, if you don't send it to the Senate, technically he's not impeached. Is that true?
I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is the House of Representatives under Speaker Pelosi has changed everything. You know, they just have done everything wrong. And if it doesn't work, they'll try it again. If that doesn't work, they'll try something else.
Yeah. So essentially, if Donald Trump wins, Professor, and the Democrats hold the House, then this is a perpetual impeachment. It continues.
It really is, unless the Republicans can take back the House.
Yeah. Wow, is that something to look
Very,
forward to?
very critical.
Yeah. Okay, so what happens, do you think? Certainly she'll turn it over in January and they can get this thing going.
I hope. Who knows with Speaker Pelosi? In fact, last evening they found somebody else, a guy by the name of Duffy, who heard a phone conversation.
Oh, boy.
And the phone it's getting crazier and crazier.
Well, here's what I am guessing. And again, I'm just way out here in the heartland. I have no idea. But here's what I'm thinking. In March, Nancy Pelosi said we'd never do this impeachment without bipartisanship. Okay, so she went ahead anyway. Is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and her group really driving all of this?
They may very well be. Think of it. 3 freshmen or 4 freshman women who have little experience in government, and they run the world now. AOC and Rashida Tlaib. And by the way, she was joyful. There was a videotape of her going to the House Representatives, the impeachment vote, and she was giddy. Yeah. We're now going to have an impeachment of President Trump, and she was jumping around, thought it was just great. So Rashida Tlaib, AOC, Miss Presley, and
Ilhan Omar.
And I forgot Miss Omar. That's right. And they run the show. But what does that say about the rest of the House? That they're a bunch of nothing. That's really what it amounts to. If they let AOC run them, and these are middle-aged men and older, and some women, and they're letting these 3 freshman women run roughshod over them, what does it say for these other individuals?
Well, I think the only possible way without a brokered convention for the Democrats is Joe Biden coupled with a progressive. Do you think that's possible?
It is very possible, but he is such a loser, is the only way to put it. I'm using the lingo of my students. They're losers, and he is. It is incredible. Think of this ticket. I got a great ticket for the Democrats.
Okay.
Pete Buttigieg and Joe Biden.
There you go.
I've got a great ticket.
Hey, Alan, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We love talking to you on Mondays. We'll be off a few weeks. I'll be in touch, but thank you so much.
Okay, I appreciate it. I really hope everybody stays well is the main thing.
Thank you, sir. Professor Alan Sachs, University of Texas at Arlington, political science professor. Fun to talk to on Monday mornings. But yeah, Nancy Pelosi says, if you're not going to do a fair trial, we're not. What do they just do? Well, and good news, again, they'll continue this thing. And if the Democrats hold the House, this won't end. It'll end if Donald Trump wins, which is possible, very possible. It'll just keep going. Holiday shopping full swing. Don't forget Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Great deals through the new year. If you're looking for that new refrigerator, I'm telling you, you can get $1,000 off some of these beautiful machines from GE, Frigidaire, Electrolux, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid. Dick Van Dyke will beat any competitor's sale prices. Plus, with high-quality appliances and the best customer service around, you can't beat that. And don't forget, they also offer the incredible, unbelievable, free 10-year protection plan.
Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, the place you want to visit for the best deals around. You can start online, appliance-world.com. Appliance-world.com. Check them out in Champaign on Neal Street, just south of I-74. Appliance-world.com. And Chemical Maintenance Incorporated is having a inventory reduction sale. I go today. Go local. All your
Could be the last day.
Well, I'm thinking 40 to 80% off at Chemical Maintenance Incorporated. All your janitorial and equipment needs. Folks love Betsy and Brad Parks and their team at CMI on Bloomington Road in Champaign. CMIClean.com, CMIClean.com. Jimmy Goss is in the studio. Jim Goss is on the Champaign County Board. We're going to talk to him here in just a couple of moments.
Sounds good.
Before we get into the meat and potatoes. Cardinals, no moves, really?
I can't believe it.
Nothing. No, I'm
happening?
not shocked there.
We got crickets.
Yeah. Okay, was that my cue?
Exactly.
And then the Fight in Illini Saturday, wow. Talk about a team that wanted it and a team that looked kind of uninterested.
Yeah, no energy.
We didn't look very good on Saturday at the Border War game. One team really wanted it, and the other team was like, Here we go. Sports headlines.
Well, the bragging rights series was split, though, if you figure in the Illini ladies win 58-51. But, yeah, Missouri beat our Illini men's team 63-56. We're 8-4 on the season and 18 Big Ten games on the horizon. Let's hope they have energy for that. Big Ten games to talk about last night. We had Rutgers over Lafayette. That final was 63-44. On to the NBA. We had the Pacers at Milwaukee and the Bucks on top 117-89. One of the trending games was the comeback with Toronto beating Dallas. That final was 110-107. Toronto was down by 30 points and came back to beat the Mavericks in NBA action. On to the NFL. We had Kansas City over the Bears.
Bears.
Yeah, 7-8 on the season now. 26-3 was the final.
Not even competitive. And what's Patrick Mahomes do? He holds up number 4 because he was the 4th quarterback taken in the draft.
Oh.
Not that bothers him at all.
Okay. No. Patrick Mahomes, though, he's a monster.
Pretty good.
Saints over the Titans.
Yeah.
That made the Cacciatarian family happy. 38-28.
Yeah, we got to get, sorry about this, and I got a lot of good, solid Green Bay Packer friends, but you got to lose for me tonight because the Packers cannot be ahead of the Saints. And
taking
right now,
on the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings at home will be a handful, but I got to have the Saints seated higher. And the Saints, there's all kinds of combos, but you got to be the first 2 in the National Football Conference to get a bye, and the Saints need a bye. So,
Bulls are in Orlando tonight. Well, we're pretty much winding down.
We got a time off.
Beat the Panthers, but.
Yeah,
okay. I mean, there's still some Colts fans in the area.
Yeah, well, good for you.
And, of course, the Illini and the California Golden Bears.
Yeah, coming up.
That seems to be trending. A lot of people standing in line for groceries and asking each other, are you going to the bowl game? And there's a lot of people going.
Well, kind of the amazing news is that it'll be just like this in Santa Clara, about 55-60. Jim Goss, he's a member of the Champaign County Board, serving his community. Why did you do this again?
You know, Stevie, I'm not real sure.
I'm sure you ask yourself.
I ask myself occagetally, why
especially
did I
when
get
you have the
myself
big, knot on your head because you're banging your head.
What is? No, but it was. Is he get paid for that?
Yeah, we get all of us $60 a meeting. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
oh my gosh! Sometimes
it's a full-time job that I get paid a couple grand a year.
A couple $1,000, and how much reading? And oh my gosh!
Yeah, I spend about 40 hours a month on.
Oh, you're kidding me!
No.
40 hours a month?
Awesome,
40 hours
Jim.
a month on meetings, reading, and research.
Okay. That is really amazing information here. Hold on.
He's trying to figure out the bottom line here for
I'm trying to
tell what you're raking in here, Jim Goss.
Yeah, okay.
It's about 10 cents an hour.
That's about what I got. I think I got a nickel. So I don't know what our numbers are saying. About a dime an hour. Anyway, Jim Goss is here. What's happening with Champaign County Treasurer? What's going on here?
So, Stevie, I've been complaining about this since June. And our big issue right now is we are at the end of December 2019. The Treasurer's office has been in such disarray, they haven't balanced a bank account or reconciled it since, well, we finished December of 2018 last week. We're going to maybe get through December of 2000 or January of 2019 this week, and we're gonna start the new year with 11 months of old bank recs to do.
I don't understand it. What do they say? What does she say? What is our treasurer?
Our treasurer pressing is full of excuses.
But this has never happened. So what is the problem?
This has never happened.
Is it the other person's fault? What happened?
It's always somebody else's fault. I mean, we had Treasurer Welch, Treasurer Farney, never had this issue, had the same staff. We've got all kinds of things that have gone wrong, and none of it seems to be accountable to our current elected treasurer.
We not, when you say we're not reconciled, we don't know exactly where the ship is, there's no rudder here?
I haven't seen a complete financial report since June, and even then I'm suspect now that I find out. This last Thursday, I found out that we hadn't reconciled December 2018 forward. We saw financial reports in June that couldn't be correct.
I mean, you don't have a way to guide the county if you don't know what the money's doing.
It's the poorest financial accountability I've ever seen, and I've looked at Hundreds
a lot.
and hundreds.
You have a lot of experience as farm manager for the Atkins Group. So so you know numbers and you work this all the time. So if I'm trying to think about Laura Presley, if I were the Champaign County Treasurer, I wouldn't know what to do. So I would get somebody in there that would and help me because I wouldn't know it. Why isn't she doing that?
Well, she promoted somebody from within when they had a chief deputy leave in February. She promoted somebody within that wasn't qualified to do the job. And then that person went on
they're
family
lost too. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
They went on family medical leave.
Okay.
And then we promoted in a temporary position to help out. We promoted our past county board chair, which, his background is geology, not finance.
Just get a numbers person in there, but now it's going to get harder to sort.
Oh, it's impossible. I mean, we've had 15 days this month. We've paid a public accountant from Clifton Larson Allen $15,000.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so why haven't I heard about this? I haven't read or heard anything about this.
It's frustrating that we don't have anybody locally that's going to take up an investigative report. We got one of the news stations here in town that's got a new investigative team out there, and we go to Rockford to start doing investigations. I mean, we need to stay home. Huh. There's a lot that needs to be discovered here. And honestly, I've got a very full-time job. This time of year, I can only piece together bits and pieces.
What did the Democrats on the county board say about it?
Crickets.
Oh, my.
Absolute crickets.
What about the Republicans, your fellow Republicans?
I mean, we spent probably the better part of 10-plus minutes last Thursday night asking. We're getting cornered by taxing bodies that haven't received their distributions. They've received bits and pieces, the function of the treasurer used to be called the collector.
Yeah.
They take money in from all the taxpayers and then they disseminate it.
Yeah.
This is not a complex thing. We took in, remind everybody, we took in we were supposed to take in our last tax receipts on September 3rd. And as of last Thursday night, 3 school districts had contacted us that were owed almost $1 million together. And that's only the 3 that contacted us. They hadn't been paid their last distribution.
Well, how does a county board spend if you don't know what you have?
Exactly. That's my point. I mean, I've said a number of times that we're fortunate that we don't have the nursing home like we did when I got on the board. Because we were down. I mean, we needed to know on a minute-by-minute basis where we were. I couldn't tell you within $10 million of where we're at.
Oh, boy.
Wow. I mean, it's crazy. It's just, it's unbelievable.
You can't run anything that way. So I guess my question to Jim Goss is what do I do?
What do we do?
John
I know
A.
the
Citizen.
coffee circles are talking about it.
I mean, again, does this affect my Christmas? No, but it's county business that really needs to be done properly. It's important, but yet nobody is covering it. That's the value of the journalist.
Well, and I would say from John A. Citizen, they've never had this problem before. And it's not out there, so they don't know. And it doesn't affect us in our day-to-day stuff. The problem is it's starting to affect taxing bodies, and all of a sudden, we all know that I believe we're overtaxed in this county.
Yeah, well, I do too.
And when we don't know where we're at, and we just spend more money.
All right, so it's like running your home with no clue what's in the checking account.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, there you go. Everybody can get that. Yeah. So what do I do?
Well, I think what we all need to do is when we get here to the first of the year, start asking questions of our public officials. We don't. I mean, I know it's tough to know what to ask the questions.
County board.
Show up at a county board meeting and complain.
Yeah.
Because I mean, last meeting we had superintendents from Prairie View Ogden and Unity Unit 7 came in and complained. Now, I think because they complained, I was told last week that they were supposed to get their disbursements today.
Why aren't they getting again?
It's a mystery to me.
Oh boy,
it really is.
We really ought to know how much money the county's dealing with here.
I mean, as finance chair, I'd love to know.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't complain if I knew where we were at.
Well, the longer it goes, the harder it's going to be.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine being 11 months behind, or as we were, 13 months behind.
It's going to cost the county far more to hire an audit with an accountant firm than anything.
Well, we have an auditor. I mean, at Champaign County, and the sad part is he hasn't finished the 2008 2018 audit.
Man.
Because, well, for one thing, we didn't have an account balance, but we've got, and that's the other side, we've got $7.5 million worth of grants sitting for RPC, which is basically early childhood education. We can't get them because we haven't put forth our audit. It's called the CAFR, the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report. It's required for these grants to be released. We can't afford to lose those. I mean, the people of Champaign County can't afford to lose something that we've qualified for and we've never had to compete for because we have a need. And yet we can't get it because we can't get released financial reports. It's the craziest thing. I don't know if I'd have known this going in. I'm not sure I'd have signed up.
Right?
For it,
No, I
way
understand
too
the
much time doing
frustration.
somebody else's
It's not
job.
a huge demand to get some bank statements.
No.
I mean, come on.
Well,
man.
and I think the problem is it's the bank statements don't match what the accounting system says.
So what's up with that?
Yeah, that's a really
I would
good
trust
question.
the bank system.
And I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't have time to go in and spend on doing somebody else's job.
Well, not for a nickel an hour, dude. Anyway, all right. So, can people reach you anyway? Can they communicate with Jim?
If you go to the Champaign County Board on the county website, unfortunately, my name's number 1. So you can always contact me.
Goss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
All right.
District 1. It's by district. And
I got you.
And I'm at the top of the list. My phone number's on there. My email's on there. Please reach out because, honestly, if you're having problems, we're not finding it out through the county officials. It's the greatest cover-up I've ever seen. They're covering for each other, and we're not getting information that there's problems. You know, I've been complaining since June, and nobody seems to care that there's problems. And I thought back in June it was going to be insurmountable to catch up. Now I'm really concerned.
Well, and I'm telling you what, and this has really nothing to, well, it does have something to do. My sadness over the News Gazette. 34 people let go. The fact that I got a statement from Frankfort, Illinois. News Gazette, West Frankfort, Illinois said, what the heck is that? Anyway, it's a sad thing. Those guys down there, they work so hard. They are shorthanded. But that's the job, the journalist. That's what News Gazette would be doing if they had enough reporters.
We've had an occasional. Deb Pressy's been in the board meetings occasionally.
There's only one Deb Pressy, right?
It's 3-4 hours.
Yeah,
they
can't allocate that. No,
I mean,
but this is a really simple one to understand. If you don't know your checkbook, go try and buy Christmas presents. You have no idea where you're going to start bouncing stuff.
I'm not real sure. I voted against paying $9 million worth of bills Thursday night.
You don't know what you've got.
We have no idea what
and it passed. So what happens if we start bouncing checks?
Well, we did. That's funny you should say that. Our treasurer did bounce 4 checks in the last month.
What in the world?
4 checks. Now, her excuse to me was she covered those checks. Yeah, I get it. You covered those checks, but you don't bounce checks if you know what your balance is.
Man.
I mean, this is high school consumer ed. This is not hard.
Oh, boy, I'm putting some prayer power on this, Jim.
Oh, I appreciate it, Diane. We need all that we can get.
Get hold of Jim Goss, G as in Gary, Goss, O-S-S, Sam. Good man, doing his unbelievable civic.
Yep, thank you.
We really do appreciate it. Jim's a no-nonsense dude, so he's calling it as he sees them. He'd be a good umpire, actually.
Yeah, I've done it. Believe me, it's not as easy as that.
No, but you're at least decisive.
Yes,
There's
I
no
do
wishy-washy
make a
with you.
No, there is. There's black
stuff.
and white.
No, that's exactly right. That's what we need, leaders like that. Jim, thanks for coming in and explaining. It's rather shocking. It really, really is.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't say Merry Christmas
Merry
to everyone
Christmas.
out
There you
there.
go. Merry Christmas. And
we appreciate you all.
Give us a follow-up how this is going.
Yes.
I will.
We'll cover it here. You just let me know.
I'll be happy to follow up when I know some more.
Thanks, buddy.
Good.
Jim Goss, County Board, ESPN 93.5.
At the Happy Honda Days sales event, you can unwrap incredible deals that'll make you, oh my gosh, the kind of gift that makes you, no way, or even, awesome. Yep, that's basically Happy Honda Days in a chestnut shell.
Get a great deal on a 2019 Accord from KBB.com's best overall brand for 2019 with 1.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers. Hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Excludes hybrid models based on 2019 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
At the Happy Honda Days sales event, you can unwrap incredible deals that'll make you, oh my gosh, the kind of gift that makes you, no way. Yep, that's basically Happy Honda Days in a chestnut shell.
Get a great deal on a 2019 Civic from KBB.com's best overall brand for 2019
Visit your Central Illinois Honda dealers or go to centralilhondadealers.com.
Based on 2019 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. As independent financial advisors, we can help ensure you're following a strategy that makes sense, no matter what the market is doing. Take control of your financial life with a complimentary consultation. We will help create a plan that's right for you. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place in Champaign, or call 217-366-3456, or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
It's time for some straight talk. You know those football players who are all talk, no show? Well, big wireless carriers aren't much different. Well, Straight Talk Wireless doesn't give you the hype, just the savings. For just $45 a month, you'll get the unlimited plan with 25 gigs of high-speed data, then 2G. No contract. All on the same 4G LTE networks as the big guys, but up to half the cost. Savings delivered right to your wallet. Only at Walmart. Savings may vary. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
News. I'm Steve Rappaport. Senate leaders sparring over whether to include witnesses in President Trump's impeachment trial. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell telling Fox and Friends,
what we need to do is to listen to the arguments, have a written questioning period, and then decide whether we need witnesses or not. You know, the House went ahead without witnesses. They didn't pursue any of the witnesses in court.
Democrats want at least 4 White House officials to testify. The Taliban claiming responsibility for an attack in Afghanistan that killed a U.S. soldier and injured another.
Peace talks with the Taliban are ongoing as the U.S. has been considering reducing the U.S. military presence in Afghanistan. Currently, there are around 12,000 soldiers stationed there. That number could go down to 8,600, regardless of whether a peace deal is reached.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland in Washington. 20 American service members have been killed in action in Afghanistan this year. America is listening to Fox News.
I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. 2 people, including a child, are dead after a house fire in Champaign this weekend. The fire broke out at 9 Sherwood Terrace late Saturday night. The Champaign County coroner says 49-year-old Leslie Gill died early Sunday morning at Carle Foundation Hospital. The other victim died at a hospital in Chicago. The News-Gazette says a female child died in the fire. A third person had non-life-threatening injuries. The home was fully involved with flames when crews got there. It is not clear yet what started that fire. Investigators say a space heater caused a camper home fire in Rantoul early Saturday. Firefighters were called to Fountain Valley Mobile Home Park at 8:20 in the morning on Saturday. A resident heard his smoke alarm going off and got out safely. The camper home was destroyed. Firefighters kept the fire from threatening any other mobile homes in the park. It took about 20 firefighters 80 minutes to get that fire out. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
We turn your feelings into flowers, the Blossom Basket florist. No one has roses like ours, when a fresh bouquet is the perfect way to say the things you want to say. We turn your feelings into flowers, the Blossom Basket florist, the florist you pick.
At the award-winning Honda BMW, if you'll go in now, you have a chance to buy a new Honda at 0.9% financing for 72 months. That doesn't happen very often. Get your details at drivechampaign.com or stop by the award-winning dealership off Neal at Burwash in Savoy. It's Honda BMW. Again, 0.9% financing for 72 months till the end of the year. Visit Honda today. DriveChampaign.com online off Neal at Burwash in Savoy. Yes, okay. We check our ESPN 93.5 3-day weather forecast in the National Weather Service. I mean, this is pretty darn nice weather for Northern California.
Yeah.
I mean, this is amazing.
It's true. We've got a high 51 today, down to 25 this evening. There has been some fog and issues in the low-lying areas, so take note. Partly cloudy, high near 50 tomorrow, down to 35. Up to 55 on Wednesday, Christmas Day, down to 47, a 20% chance of precipitation. Right now, the temperature's at 37 on ESPN 93.5.
Okay, so this is kind of spontaneous. We're doing the test. I heard the Honda commercial. We're doing the test drives where I was looking for qualified test drivers, people that are truly in the market for a vehicle, and I was giving you $200. That went quite well. Made a sale, at least one, maybe two. Just a few people that went in. So we were finding you. So I guess my question here, this is unplanned, and I'll just throw it out there because we're really kind of focused on January for these test drives at this point. However, with the weather so good and the end of the year coming, some people like buying. And I will say, I was over at Honda BMW talking to Ben Quattrone. There are some major incentives before the first of the year.
Right.
And the place will be extraordinarily busy beginning Thursday, day after Christmas. Okay, so if you want to do a qualified test drive, qualified means you got to answer a few questions. Insurance has to be in your name. You truly have to be in the market. You have to be able to purchase a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just run and test drive and say, oh boy, where's my money? We're going to ask you some questions. So it's a qualified test drive, meaning there's questions answered. And if you're truly, sincerely looking, $200 is what I'll give you for a qualified test drive. And if you want to deal with probably a pretty busy Honda BMW beginning Thursday and Friday, Saturday, it's going to be a busy weekend for them.
That's right.
End of the year, great incentives. Text in Honda.
Okay.
And we'll call you after 9 or later this morning. I'll probably make the call myself just to kind of check in and say, you know what, I just want to brace you. It's going to be busy over there. But if you're willing to go in, test drive, you're sincerely looking, you can earn $200 post-Christmas.
That's right.
All right. 359-2255, 359-2255. Text in Honda. This is just spontaneous, was unplanned. Just heard the commercial, said, what the heck, end of the year. 359-2255. You're interested in the test drive, qualified test drive for $200 from me. All part of Stever, which we do have some pretty exciting things coming in January. Stand by. Go to gostever.com. One of our new sponsors is PDR Automotive.
Great.
I'm going to hand you $200 to go get a tire, to get your car checked, to get oil changes, all the stuff. John is an amazing guy up there.
Uh-huh.
PDR's on Cunningham next
Isn't
to Blossom
Chuck
Basket.
on the staff there too?
Chuck.
In any case, I know they're great, and I think my husband Mike's going to be by there later today.
Well, he's just been around a long. PDR's been around a long time, so it'll be my pleasure to eliminate this company because I think you're really going to like John Marshall. He's a good man, really, really good man, Urbana native, and this is locally owned. Okay, so I'll tell you more about that and others coming as well. All right, 7:37.
I do see a text in that says this is right out of the big government's playbook. Ruin the finances so that when it is figured out, you have to raise taxes in order to stay afloat.
What Jim Goss illuminated that none of you have heard about.
That's what we get for electing an unqualified treasurer is another text.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'd be unqualified too. But the point is, you can be a political head. The key there is making sure you have people that know what to do, and then you have enough wherewithal to know if it's right or wrong. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to money and finances, imagine running your home without the checkbook. Think about that. Think in your own life of, I don't know what's in my checking account. Wouldn't that freak you out? You don't know what you got. What's coming and going? How do you spend? If you're on the taxing body, if you're on the county board and you're supposed to spend money for the county on behalf of the county, how in the world would you know what to do? You have no rudder to run the ship. You're drifting. Mm-hmm. And Jim Goss is a really straight shooter. He calls it what it is. And if it's that bad, but again, how many times have I said in the last decade that journalism is the key to our democracy?
Yeah.
Without journalism, our life won't work in America. Oh, he's being dramatic again. No, I'm very, very serious and sincere. It won't work if we don't have checks and balances. And the checks and balances are running short of money. The, journalism investigative reporter model, it just isn't being funded because we can't pay for it, because we don't know how to pay somebody $50,000 to cover meetings. It's too much to get advertising. It doesn't work. It's not working. So what you do is you cut back. And then you cut back the person that used to go to the county board meetings because there's just not enough people.
Right.
And nobody's going to do it if they're going to do it for free.
Right.
They're not doing public service. That's a job.
Well, and he mentioned sometimes 3-hour meetings, and that's a lot. And there's only a little bit of nuts and bolts you're going to be able to really report. because it's such a lengthy process. This is a head shaker.
Anyway, I don't think it's unreasonable for the county to ask the Champaign County Treasurer's Office, please balance the checkbook. That's all. It's not outrageous to say this is urgent.
Well, and to hear there's 3 schools that were there with complaints.
Didn't get money.
I know.
Boy, I don't know. Okay, we will see. 20 till. If you're able to come see us here today, has to be today. We're over at the Pines in Urbana, our studios. We'll give you till 5 o'clock this afternoon. Don't even bother calling me. This is going to be all on the phone.
Okay.
Cardinal calendar. Tell me why.
Okay.
Tell me why.
Why you deserve a calendar for 2020.
Or who. For who.
Okay.
If you would like a Cardinal calendar, the stocking stuffer, the ultimate. You can't put it in the stocking. You can put it by the stocking. Because then you'll get it all curled up.
Okay, Karen's right out of the gate, and she asked last week, when is the giveaway?
Now, tell her to call.
Would love to win one for my 91-year-old mother to make sure the game is on her.
Play the mother card.
For my 98-year-old father.
Oh, my.
So, yeah, she has some parents that are counting on this calendar.
You can play the parents' card. God bless them.
Exactly.
Give Karen one.
Exactly.
Otherwise, everybody else on the phone, because Karen has been waiting patiently. 359-2255. If you want to call in, tell me why. Tell me why. And I'll give you a Cardinal calendar if you can come today before 5 o'clock. 359-2255. The Cardinal calendar giveaway finally. We'll do it in a moment. Stand by. 359-2255. If you are interested in a Cardinal calendar, just simply call us and we'll dispense of a number of these. We haven't quite decided, but I got quite a few. Stand by.
Mower, car, ATV, boat, truck, weed eater. All of your toys has a battery in it, and you want to be able to get on without worrying if that machine is going to power up. Head to Interstate All Battery Center in Champaign. They know batteries and will hook you up with the battery that will make your machine purr once again. So whether it's hitting the party cove in your boat, having the best looking lawn in your neighborhood, hitting the backwoods, or going to work, Interstate Batteries will power you through the day and weekend. So head on into Interstate All Battery Center in Champaign on Mattis Avenue.
The holidays bring a renewed spirit of hope, and hope is what DSD offers every day to children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities and delays. Join me, Janice McAteer, Vice President of Development, along with the Haynes, this year's Spokes family, by contributing to the Tree of Hope campaign. 4-year-old Garrett has a future of potential ahead of him because of the early intervention services he received from DSC. You can make a difference in the lives of children like Garrett by donating to the Tree of Hope. For more information on how to give to this year's campaign, call 356-9176 or Google DSC.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop.
All right, we're doing a few Cardinal calendars here. 359-2255. Is that Brenda Lee? Isn't that Brenda Lee?
Yes, it is.
I think she was really young when she recorded this. Like 13?
That sounds correct.
Wow. Hey, Karen, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Your patience, your persistence for your lovely parents, and they're 98 and 91?
Yes.
Wow. That's remarkable. Are they doing okay?
Yes. This is going to pull at your heartstrings. My dad is blind, so the radio is what he listens to all day.
We befriended a couple many, many years ago, Wynn and Louise. They were just the kindest people in the 80s. It was right after my wife and I got married. And she called me and wanted me to have a chalk drawing of what Robert Zupke had drawn many, many decades ago. She said, Robert Zupke was a friend of mine. Zupke Field, Memorial Stadium, former Illini football coach. He said, your spirit reminds me of him, and I want you to have this. So it started a friendship.
Nice.
He couldn't see, and she couldn't see, and he couldn't hear. But together, they were able to make it go. They lived in their home. They were both 95. And it was this stunning thing to see them work together, and lovely. And we had a friendship for them for years after, and finally they passed, of course, but they were just wonderful people. So that kind of reminds me of that story. But your parents hanging in together. So he can't see, but he listens to the radio. And how's your mama doing?
She's good, and they both still live on the farm that we grew up on. So,
and both Cardinal fans.
yes,
That's awesome.
yes, definitely.
Would you like two of them, one for each, or just one? What would you like?
Oh, one's fine.
Okay,
one's
Karen.
fine.
Well, listen, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for calling in.
Oh,
and
Merry
listen.
Christmas to you too.
Enjoy this. We'll have your name on one.
Okay,
Come
thank
on
you.
out. Come on out today. All right. Way to go. Hey, Terry.
Hey, Stevie.
What you got? You want one for who?
Me.
Okay, it's cool. Put it in your own stocking. Come on.
I've been a Cardinal fan since I was 8 years old.
Are they going to sign a thumper, or are they just going to just...
I don't know. They signed that pitcher from, was it Korea? He's supposed to be pretty good.
Can he hit? I mean, I need some hitting here. Terry, I need some hitting here. We're gonna let Ozuna go. Stevie J can't bat fourth. Come on, man.
Ozuna hasn't signed yet.
I know. Maybe they could still get that guy. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, listen.
If they had a DH, you could do it. I've heard you're not real good with the glove.
Okay, whatever. Hey, Terry, enjoy your Cardinal calendar, buddy.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
There.
You betcha. Thanks, my friend. It's Sean. Where are you?
Hey, what's up, Stevie? I'm over here and on my way to Danville.
And who's the calendar for? You?
For my brother-in-law, Michael.
Nice guy. Okay, I'll get this for Michael, but Sean will be in your name. You able to come out today before 5?
Yes, sir.
Okay, buddy boy. Enjoy.
All right, take care.
Kelly.
Yeah, good morning.
Big Cardinal fan, are you?
Oh, yeah. Love it.
I'd love you to have one.
Yeah, that'd be great.
What are you thinking here? Are the Cardinals going to sign anything?
They need two, a closer and a home run threat somewhere.
We do
an
need
additional one.
We need a thumper. We need a thumper, and we just got rid of a thumper. I don't know what. You think Dylan Carlson is all they're saying? Maybe.
I'm not sure. I thought anybody from the Washington team would be great, but I doubt if any of those guys want to come over.
Yeah, we're getting kind of late now because third baseman Rendon already signed. So, hey, Kelly, come get your Cardinal today. Come get your Cardinal calendar today, bud. You bet. Thanks for listening. Hey, Pete.
Hey, hi, Stevie.
Cardinal fan.
Oh, yes. I've been a Cardinal fan for years.
Yeah, good. Heck, we'll be at, let's see, less than 2 months. They're back.
Well, we can't wait for it.
The first game's like March 23 or something crazy. It's unbelievable how early this is getting. Going to get more days off, I guess. Pete, you enjoy your Cardinal calendar, buddy.
Thank you, Stevie.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Last one, Lenny.
Yes.
You win a Cardinal calendar, bud.
Yes, thank you.
Very welcome. Is it for you? Lenny?
Hello?
Is it for you?
Yep. No, it's for Andrew Kisner's grandfather.
Well,
Uncle Bill.
That's awesome. I hope Uncle Bill loves his brand new shiny Cardinal calendar, my friend. Enjoy and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right, we gave out a handful there. ESPN 93.5 Cardinal calendars. They're lovely. They got a picture of the National League Championship Series participants on the cover. They're beautiful, glossy. These are amazing $20 calendars. Cardinals.com if you'd like to purchase one for $20. I'm handing them out here, though. All supplies. Last year we go with sports headlines.
And when you get your Cardinal calendar, make sure you put a star on January 17th at noon. That's when the iHotel will help us host the Cardinal Caravan.
By the way, I got an email from them, and I told them I'd assign you to the kids' tickets.
Excellent.
So
I
good
love
luck.
doing that.
You're captain of the kids' tickets. You get... kids get to go first for autographs. Generally speaking, everybody gets their autograph, but kids get to go first, and they have numbered systems.
That's right, and they bring one item, and we just bring them through like 20 at a time, and it helps to have those autographed tickets so we can make it move quickly for everybody after the panel discusses how the Cardinals are looking and talk about how long you've been a fan and sharing some stories. It's a really good scene. Make sure you join us. The bragging rights game started out good with the Illini ladies beating Missouri 58-51 on Friday. But then on Saturday, our Illini team a little on the flat side. Missouri wins 63-56 in that noon game
It was
down in St. Louis.
It was so physical. I mean, it was really... really physical, and they just wanted to rough us up, and we responded, but it's a different game when you're shoving and pushing, and they just allowed it, so it's much more physical, and it definitely looked like they just had a little more oomph and desire, because I don't think they're near as good as we are.
Right.
But we couldn't draw it out, and it wasn't quite the effort we had grown. Consistency is going to continue to get better, because in the Big Ten, we should beat North Carolina A&T this coming Sunday at home.
That's right.
Then it's off to the races. I mean, listen, this Big Ten is tough.
Right, and 18 Big Ten games coming down the pipe.
I mean, you're probably going to have to go 10-8. I don't know if 9-9 will get her done. Maybe, but there's going to be a lot of beating each other up in this league. There's no doubt about it.
It's true, but a lot of chatter about will we be part of March Madness this year? And excited to have that, at least eagerly looking at March.
This won't help. This will hurt us because they're not that good.
Okay,
we should have beat them.
Big Ten action last night had Rutgers over Lafayette, 63-44. Number 18 Villanova ended up beating number 1 Kansas Jayhawks. They're wondering how things are going to look in our preseason poll this morning. 56-55 was the final with Villanova on top. As far as the NBA goes, Toronto came back from 30 points down to beat the Dallas Mavericks. That's the top trending story in NBA. Had the Bucks over the Pacers 117-89. Toronto is in Indianapolis to take on the Pacers tonight. The Bulls are in Orlando. NFL action, Kansas City over the Bears 26-3. Saints over the Titans 38-28. Colts beat the Panthers 38-6. And we have Minnesota hosting the Packers tonight. That's pretty much sports. I know a lot of people chattering about, are you going to the bowl game? And we know the Ditchfields out of St. Joe are going. Cindy has a best friend in the San Francisco area. Worked out good for Dan to escort his wife to California to see the Illini and the California Golden Bears on Monday the 30th at 3. We're encouraging folks to come on out to Pia's. And I'm thinking I might be out there too for some high fives, have some prizes in my pocket, talking to Eric Myers at the end of the week, and it's going to be a good time. He's got a lot of drink specials, and the Jack Daniels girls will be out there. So if you're looking for a place to watch the bowl, I suggest Pia's.
Okay, so we have a week from today's the game.
Yes.
3 o'clock in the afternoon. I had several people ask me if Stevie J Travel was going to coordinate that. The answer is no, because it's just too complicated for an airplane ride. And then you have 2 weeks, and then you have to put the money down for the airline before you sell tickets. And then if they don't, yeah. So good luck to you. If we'd have gone to Nashville, I'd have gotten a bus from Peoria Charter in 2 seconds.
For sure.
But not the flights. I couldn't do that. All right, Chemical Maintenance Incorporated. You can ask Betsy about the e-sprayer. It's the technology great for schools, also great for health-assisted living and gym facilities. Call 359-6262 today for more information or to schedule a demo. CMI Clean, your janitorial and equipment experts. CMIClean.com. They have an inventory reduction sale. I'd get in today. If you're interested in saving 40 to 80%.
Yeah, look ahead to 2020 and get the cleaning done. Get some great supplies right now at CMI.
You know, the treasurer story kind of bothers me. I haven't been able to shake it off. It's a half an hour since Jim Goss, county board member and chair of the finance committee, was in here telling us that our Champaign County treasurer can't get us a balanced checkbook. And I mean, again, it comes down to, had you heard about it? I hadn't heard about it. Had you heard about it?
No, except when Jim said something.
I mean, how are we?
I mean, how
are we supposed to know and disseminate the info? We don't. If we don't have reporters, we will be less. If America doesn't have reporters, it just doesn't work very well. Because to not balance anything since last December means the county really doesn't know what they have in the bank account.
I know.
And we're not sending funds to some of the schools that need the money. What are they doing without their money, the dispensing of the funds? So I don't think it's political. I don't think it's bashing to simply say, could I get those balanced, and why haven't we for 10, 12 months? It's unbelievable. But with our busyness and all that's going on, it's hard to really engage because you elect people to engage. And Jim Goss has made this appeal that we need you to call people in government, call the county board, call the treasurer's office, say, can we get that done?
Well, I was at a rally providing the sound system when J.J. Farney had pointed this out, and he said the books were balanced when I left the office, so...
Well, I'm sure it's such a contentious political time. You can say, well, they're just bashing the Democrat. No, I think you're asking for something very reasonable. It's very difficult to understand why a county our size can't get some reporting on how we're doing. What's the bottom line? What's the balance? We ought to know that. So, again, I would encourage you to get hold of Jim Goss at go to Champaign County. I don't know what the...
He just said Google Champaign County Board.
Champaign County Board, and he's top of the list for county board members. Yeah, and you want to do that for $60 a meeting? Sorry. Right. It's total public service. He says spend 40 hours a month doing this work.
It makes you wonder if you have fiscal, financial. I know it's the end of the year. This is a bad time, but should you offer some help? I don't know.
Give money to the county board?
No, I mean assisting and looking at the books.
Oh, I think they probably wouldn't let you.
Oh, okay.
Because they got this.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm just troubleshooting this.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They spent $15,000 on an auditor. $15,000 of our dollars, my money.
And they still,
they've got 11 months to reconcile. You have to go through every expenditure, through every deposit, through every... we're not a small county. We're a pretty big county. There's a lot of dollars, a lot of zeros and decimal points here. Anyway, here's hoping. But you know, at least my audience, our audience knows, so we're appreciative of you because we have a learned audience, no doubt. And every one of you are going, what? What's that again? We can't get balanced checkbook from the county? All right, 7:56, the news will be next. If you would like to chime in on text, you may, 359-2255.
And if you'd like to revisit the conversation, ESPNCU.com. We podcast later today.
Okie dokie. Always loved hearing about Rosati's.
Hey guys, it's Shane from Rosati's. Hard to believe, but Christmas is less than 40 days away. And I'm here to remind you that gift certificates from Rosati's Pizza make a great gift or stocking stuffer. Right now, buy $25 in gift certificates and get $5 for yourself. You're giving and receiving when you shop local with Rosati's Pizza. Again, buy $25 in gift certificates and get $5 for yourself. We're making your holiday shopping easy this year. Stop in Rosati's at 701 South Gregory in Urbana or give us a call at 328-2334.
Get the roof your home deserves. Roof Doctors. They have honest, reasonable rates. They give you competitive prices up front. No gimmicks or contractor pricing games. You can rely on Roof Doctors. No deposit required. No subcontractors. Over 30 years in business in the industry. Check out Roof Doctors at roofdoctorsco.com or call Tammy or Randy at 328-7529. Roof Doctors, 328-7529.
Hey, Illini fans, we're going bowling. Coach Lovie Smith and your football team are bowl bound for the first time since 2014. Get all your gear to show your support at the official fan store of the Fighting Illini, Game Day Spirit. Whether you're looking for a great gift for the Illinois football fan in your life or just looking for a celebratory bowl t-shirt, Game Day Spirit is the store for you. Find us in Champaign or online 24/7 at GameDaySpirit.com. And go Illini! Cyber criminals will steal an estimated 33 billion security and private records by next year. The average cost of a data breach for a small business in North America is as high as $117,000. While these numbers can sound frightening, they don't have to be. Ease your fears by having Area-Wide Technologies come look at your setup. They'll ensure your system is secure and will give you a detailed inspection report of just how susceptible to these threats you are. Call them today at 359-8041.
Want to give the gift of tradition to your friends and family this holiday season? There's still time to get great gifts for everyone at Field & Stream. Amazing deals across the entire store from the best brands. Just in time for the holidays. There's something for everyone. Not sure what to get? Give a gift card. Stop in today to start a tradition that lasts a lifetime. Field & Stream, where traditions begin. Visit in-store or online at fieldandstreamshop.com.
I'm officially a Vivid Seats Hall of Famer.
A what?
Vivid Seats launched a new app with Vivid Seats Rewards, and I earn credit on every purchase I make through the new Vivid Seats app. The more live events you attend, the more you earn.
Was it hard to join?
Nope. All I had to do was download the Vivid Seats app and use it to buy my tickets. The more you spend through the app, the more credits you earn.
Don't just get any seat. Get a Vivid Seat.
Vivid Seats. Vivid Seats. It's the amazing Luther Falls. Look at the beach, the palm trees, the sea going all the way to the horizon line. Luther Falls is some exotic location in the Caribbean. They will make your kitchen and bathroom feel like a paradise, though. With exquisite granite countertops, they have the cabinet selection that fits your color palette and storage needs. That's not even saying how they can remodel that bathroom of yours. Give Luther Falls of Bloomington and Champaign the chance to make your own paradise dream a reality. Go to lutherfalls.com to start your project.
Financing now available.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
She lost Congress once. Will she do it again? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump just tweeted that question about House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, claiming she's breaking all the rules while crying for fairness in the Senate. This days after he was impeached by House Democrats, but no trial's been set yet in the Senate. Fox's Jared Halpern's live in Washington.
Well, so far, the House of Representatives has not sent 2 articles of impeachment to the Senate. Top Senate leaders have not negotiated terms of a trial.
Look, we're at an impasse. We can't do anything until the Speaker sends the papers over, so everybody enjoy the holiday.
The Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell tells Fox and Friends he can't predict when that will happen. Democratic Leader Chuck Schumer wants live testimony, including answers from Acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney. Speaker Pelosi, in a tweet of her own, says President Trump blocked his own witnesses and documents from the House. Dave.
Jared, one of the 3 Democrats who voted no on one or both of the articles for impeachment is now a Republican. Congressman Jeff Van Drew just told Fox,
"This is a very weak impeachment. I think it's wasted millions of dollars, hours of time, has not been productive, has split the country apart, has caused a fractioning of the country."
Democrats have said Van Drew was in danger of losing in the primary in his New Jersey district, and that's why he switched. 5 people sentenced to die today in Saudi Arabia in the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Last year, the U.S. Senate voted to condemn the Saudi crown prince, holding him responsible for the killing. An American's been killed in Afghanistan. The Taliban claims to be responsible, staging a roadside bombing even as peace talks are ongoing.
If the Pentagon has not released any information yet about exactly what happened, the Defense Department only confirming a service member was killed today in Afghanistan and that officials are working to notify his or her family. Today's attack brings the number of Americans killed in action in Afghanistan this year to 20.
Fox's Mark Meredith. An American woman has died in New Zealand from the burn she suffered in the volcano eruption 2 weeks ago. She's the 17th to die. 2 others are missing and presumed dead. Dozens injured. America's listening to Fox News.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. I began paying employees in 1988. I would handwrite checks and say, "Here you go, don't cash it until Tuesday." But a teenage employee said his dad wanted to see his pay stub. Pay stub? We don't have pay stubs. Get back to work. He said,
"Dad works for the government, and state law requires that I receive a pay stub."
Crud! Now I'm supposed to be an expert on withholding payroll taxes and create pay stubs? That's why I created Patriot Software, to help employers with 1 to 100 employees do their payroll correctly with pay stubs. Go to PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
PatriotSoftware.com. Accounting and payroll. Keep your time and money.
It is a rainy Monday in the southeast. 8 inches has fallen in some areas, and some roads are flooded in Charleston, South Carolina. And there are flood watches and warnings down to Georgia and Florida over to Louisiana. In Fort Lauderdale, flash flooding around the airport caused dozens of flight delays and cancellations this morning. The day after bad weather caused a nightmare on a highway in Virginia. A massive pileup of cars and trucks smashed into each other.
The crash contained dozens of cars, sending more than 50 people to area hospitals with varying injuries. Virginia State Police spokeswoman Sergeant Michelle Anaya says an investigation began once local and state officials got on scene.
We do not know the cause of the accident at this time, but we do have causative factors, which is heavy fog and icy road conditions that morning.
The pileup in the westbound lanes of I-64 in York County also triggered another 8-car crash. County authorities were working that scene while state police dealt with the larger crash. 4 hospitals have been taking care of the injured victims. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
A courthouse deputy is in hot water in Florida for what he's accused of doing at a trial.
Broward County, Florida Sheriff's Deputy Roberto Aspuru usually works at the courthouse in courtrooms. But today he's reassigned to restricted duty because a criminal defendant's attorney claims he saw the deputy instruct a jury to convict his client. The defendant is being prosecuted for a 2013 shooting. The attorney says the jurors laughed at the deputy's remarks, but then the judge sent the jurors home. Deputy Aspuru is facing professional discipline. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
On Wall Street, futures are rising, so stocks could go up again. The Dow and the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 all closed at record highs again on Friday. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. 20 years is the sentence for Tuscola man who admitted to sexually assaulting a girl he was supervising. 58-year-old Clyde Kearns pleaded guilty. He'll have to serve 85% of the sentence, or 17 years. And he was given credit for about a year he'd already served since his arrest. He's accused of sexually assaulting 2 girls. They were both under the age of 13 when they were molested. Governor J.B. Pritzker has put together a new group to study the state's early childhood education system. It is a 29-member commission whose goal will be to make Illinois the best in the country for raising young children. It is comprised of state lawmakers, the state superintendent of education, advocates, school officials, and providers. The Chicago Sun-Times says the commission will recommend better ways for the state to use the Early Childhood Services Fund. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
At Everyday Kitchen Restaurant and Bar, we believe that food makes you feel good. Inspire your palate with new favorites like the Philly cheesesteak flatbread or stuffed acorn squash. Our expert mixologists have crafted cocktails ideal for sweater weather, including the chai apple martini or hot buttered rum. Join us for lunch, dinner, or weekend brunch for the Spitfire Ham and Eggs Benedict and award-winning Bloody Mary. No matter what time of day, we bring honest goodness and fresh inspiration to every plate and glass at Everyday Kitchen. Book your table at everydaykitchen.com.
Hi, I'm Habib, and this is your Motivational Minute. December is a hectic time of the year. You're working hard, you're tired, and it becomes hard to even enjoy the season. You leave work and there's too much traffic. Everyone's out shopping and they're driving crazy. You get home and stuff is everywhere, and it seems that the kids didn't do their part and your spouse didn't either. Why can't they be more considerate? You're tired and you snap at them. You found out later that they were huddled before you got home to wrap up the Christmas presents they bought for you. But it's too late to take back the harsh words and your cranky attitude. Who's at fault? Maybe no one. Maybe it's just our hectic pace. But we can do something about it. The house can be cleaned another day. The dishes can be done later. But the moments with our families cannot be postponed. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. This holiday season, let's resolve to really see our children and our spouses. Let's resolve to never waste the present moment. I'm Habib, and this was your Motivational Minute.
He had his baklava, Habib's baklava.
Yes.
As a sugar buster.
Well, I mean, there's honey and nuts. That's good for you.
I had a piece. It was awesome. Here's your ESPN 93.5 3-day weather from the National Weather Service.
A little bit on the foggy side, but sunshine by this afternoon. Today's high 51, down to 25 this evening. 49 the high tomorrow, partly cloudy, down to 35. This is great weather for traveling. They're seeing the numbers up on how many folks are traveling this year. We've got a 20% chance of showers coming in late on Christmas Day, but otherwise, high 57, low 47. 58 on Thursday as you're returning packages on the 26th. Wow. Right now the temperature's at 35. ESPN 93.5.
Yes, the 23rd of December. I'd say today's about it.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Nat King Cole.
Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos.
And if you have nothing else to worry about, satellite images are showing work in North Korean sites linked to some perhaps long-range missiles, as perhaps a test coming. Kim Jong-un, that's the leader of North Korea. He just showed him on the TV here on Fox speaking, and all the generals are there, and they're all clapping the same way. Nobody claps the same way. It's up by your face, and it's like a happy clap.
Yeah.
It's just woof.
Well, I mean, in the military, you salute the same way.
I guess so. Maybe
same way that you stand.
I just didn't know we included clapping.
I mean, they probably do.
Yeah. And then if you wrinkle your brow, you could get shot.
You're right.
So don't be asking any questions. I mean, we are so blessed to be in this country.
Yes.
As imperfect as we are, you got so much freedom and liberty that we tend to take for granted. And regardless of where you are politically, you don't want somebody else telling you what to do. I mean, you really want your life to be decided by you. And that's what we offer here. But if that's all you've known, then you tend to get a little more critical because that's what you've known and you don't really have a basis of comparison. But boy, traveling will do that. It gives you such an awakening. Living in another place will do that. It just gives you such an appreciation of what you have. And it's amazing what we've got here. And yet we complain because it's so good that it's not good enough. I mean, you're always chasing something. Mm-hmm. And you always look for more money. You always look for more opportunities. You always look for this. And you never rest. So maybe this season you rest. You just be at peace where you are.
Well, and let's talk about those folks with challenges. I know we got a letter from our friend Karen about the Daily Bread Soup Kitchen, and we encourage people to give donations for those backpacks that were handed out. Their goal was 800, and they got 900.
Wonderful.
So they were able to distribute to some of the social service agencies around the community to be used in these winter months. The backpacks were filled with hats, gloves, thermal underwear, socks, warm clothing, toiletry, and snack items. And as far as the Daily Bread Soup Kitchen, at 116 North 1st Street, founded in 2009, currently serving 200 to 250 guests each day. Mm-hmm. So thank you to so many people who are really stepping up. And if you're thinking of the end of the year giving, maybe that should come to mind.
No, it's a lot of good places could use your money if you do want to do that as a tax deduction, kind of year end, cleaning it up, helping like the Daily Bread Soup Kitchen. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful work.
That's right.
I'd love to put them out of business. Wouldn't we all? Where there's not a need. That'd be great. Mm-hmm. All right. Congratulations to all my Cardinal Calendar people.
Yes.
We got some out there. Cardinal calendars are something we've done every single year. We've had the Cardinals, and it's just a glossy, beautiful. Back in the day, you used to have big old beer bottles from Anheuser-Busch. They've taken those out. So it's very just incredible compilation of last year.
A lot of coupons in the middle, too, in case you're heading to St. Louis.
St. Louis, you got definitely some usable coupons there if you're heading to St. Louis. So, all right, it's 8:13. We'll check your morning sports. And again, kind of recapping our weekend. Not so good in St. Louis. Border War game means a lot to us here. I think Brad Underwood looks at it as another ball game.
Right.
40 minutes of the season. But, we all, us townies and people that have been here a while remember the Lou Henson and Norm Stewart battles of the 80s when it all started. And this one was that kind of, I thought Missouri came out, and they're, again, not a great team, but boy, were they hungry. I mean, they beat us on the rebounding, and that doesn't happen. And we missed about 8 layups. I mean, it was one of those where you just go, oh, man, that was right under the basket. Though, but it's a different game when you're getting pushed around a lot, and it was a pushy game. So your whole, I think cadence gets off when you don't get to just kind of rise up and shoot when you're getting forearms shivered. I mean, that's just the kind of game it was.
Well, and welcome to that when the Big Ten season comes around.
No, that's exactly right. No question. Okay, as you are moving around on New Year's, remember this.
This New Year's Eve, Tapman's Towing wants you to be safe and stay safe. On New Year's Eve from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m., and before anything happens, if you find yourself impaired, call Tapman's Towing at 328-2424. They'll tow your car and take you home for free. It's first come, first serve, and no reservations allowed. So this New Year's Eve, stay safe. Call Tapman's Towing if you find yourself unable to drive home. Happy New Year from Tapman's Towing. And remember, 328-2424.
Ouch! My back. Looky here, my favorite cookies and milk, and a big comfy recliner. I don't mind if I do. Think I'll just shut my eyes for a few minutes. This is Santa Claus.
Santa, it's your wife. You gotta stop sleeping on the job. There's no way you'll ever make all your rounds at the pace you're going now.
Don't worry, Mrs. Claus. The elves are helping with the new cars we bought them.
Santa, we can't afford that.
That's where you're wrong, my darling. I took out each and every elf car loan at the U of I Community Credit Union. They're the #1 local lender with rates right now as low as 2.49%. That's low, Mrs. Claus.
Sure is, Santa. I think it's time for me to upgrade my ride.
We can do that, honey, and not make a payment for 90 days.
Great, Santa. Now get back to work.
Get into the car of your dreams or save money on your current car payments. Take Santa's advice. Apply online today at uoficreditunion.org.
All right, we peek at our morning sports here at 8:15 on the 23rd of December. You got effectively today, and that's pretty much it. Christmas Eve,
start
you got
wrapping. And if you're having trouble, I know the folks are wrapping free at the mall, and it's a donation to charity. So I know one year I took a bunch of Post-it notes in, and they put it on after they wrapped the gift because I didn't know what was what.
Okay.
To me, that's a key element.
So
if you have a bunch of boxes.
We had kind of a wrapping party at my house.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Janet's fast.
Mm-hmm.
She wraps way faster than the mall people. So.
And when Aiden kind of crumpled the ends and taped with a huge 6-inch
That's what I'm
piece of
talking
tape,
about.
He's like, Stevie J does this.
Exactly
crumpled
right.
Ends.
Good boy, Aiden. No worries, Aiden. It's just the thought that counts.
So Missouri over Illinois 63-56. Charles and Fisher says Underwood owes the athletic department a refund. Is this texting?
I see. Well, I don't know about a refund, but it wasn't very. We are getting closer. We're a really good team. I really like watching this team. I think it's really good. I think we're a total right there for an NCAA. I think we're good enough to be an NCAA tournament team. You do got to work on the consistency, but, we had a really good performance in Maryland, came back and beat Michigan. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We were pretty flat against Missouri for whatever reason. I don't think, Missouri I think from my eyeballs, they wanted it more than we did. That's what it looked like. And it was very physical.
So Rutgers beat Lafayette 63-44. Villanova beat #1 Kansas 56-55 over the weekend. So it happens. Cal's Golden Bears is who we're taking on at 3 next week in Santa Clara. The Ditchfields from St. Joe will be going.
You betcha.
Thanks to the folks in Duncan who also contributed a year's worth of coffee.
Yeah.
And all the locations with our registration boxes near West Springfield and Mattis. Pop into Pia's if you'd like to see the game. Kansas City over the Bears yesterday. Saints win, Colts win, and we have the Packers at Minnesota tonight. If you're into the NBA,
I'm
NFL.
a Minnesota fan tonight.
Okay, very good.
Packers have the seeding advantage over our New Orleans Saints. So, but at Minnesota's always hard.
So we have the Toronto taking on the Indiana Pacers tonight. Bulls are at Orlando. Yesterday, Bucks over the Pacers, 117-89. Milwaukee's hot.
Yeah. Listen, they're good. The NBA, and I'm kind of a passive NBA fan, but I mean, there are 6-8 really good teams. It's not just your Golden States anymore. We got some competition going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of teams, a lot of good players. It's going to be fun in the playoffs, actually. All right, 8:18 ESPN 93.5. It's just so much nicer when the weather's like this. I feel like a snowbird today. I mean, doesn't it make you it's happy?
A little skip in your step.
Well, there is, and I know people like this. Oh, they're pretty, and I'm just okay without it. I just don't want, because working and moving around in snow and ice is just precarious.
Little tip for folks who aren't necessarily having the meal come together. Christmas Eve special at Houlihan's. Slow roasted prime rib.
Oh, boy.
Sounds delicious.
That's for when? Christmas Eve?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
4 to 7.
What do we got?
And lobster bisque is another thing that they're featuring. If you order a few dinner entrees, you get a giant peanut butter cup dessert to share. Houlihan's, just south of the State Farm Center. And if you want to call, 819-5005 and make sure everything's set up for you, they'll do that.
All right, Christmas Eve with prime rib.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. Houlihan's, south of the State Farm Center in Champaign. Let's check your weather.
All right, looking good today. We've got a high of 51 expected, 25 our low tonight, up to 49, down to 35 with partly cloudy conditions tomorrow, up to the mid-50s on Christmas Day, down to 47 in the evening, a 20% chance of precipitation. As you're returning stuff on Thursday the 26th, we've got a high 57, low 35. Wow. Temperatures currently at 37, ESPN 93.5.
All right, got a break for the Fox Business Minute, brought to you by Starla Car, Provident Financial Group in Champaign, where partnerships are built on trust. Find Starla, Provident Financial Group, LLC.com.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report. There's a discouraging reading on the economy for November. November durable goods orders declined 2%. Economists were expecting an increase. The core number was an increase of 0.1%. That core figure excludes aircraft orders and the impact of the Boeing 737 MAX grounding. But Ken Leon of CFRA says he's encouraged about the market's performance.
When you look at next year, I think we have confidence. It's to be expected that but we're looking for the market to be up, and we're looking for the economy to grow. We're looking for possibly 7-8% up from here, which is pretty good.
China is lowering tariffs on 850 types of imports, including frozen pork, pharmaceuticals, and some high-tech components. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
America is a special place. It's a place where we work for what we want and speak up for what we believe, where we have the power to change the course of our nation and the world. Every 4 years, we make a choice for ourselves, for our families, for our future. We do something most people across the globe only dream of. Democracy 2020. It's in your hands. Fox News. America is watching.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Peter Burns.
Adam Silver, I love. I love commissioners who are secure enough, Tauscher, to think we need to go outside the box. Let's not just go with status quo, and let's not just throw up the same old thing for the NBA, because we need to kind of change. Why not push back the start of the regular season to Christmas Day? Make it opening day. This is not a new idea, but this just makes sense. Own the television window. 60% of the NBA season is done before the Super Bowl. The Teflon of all sports when it comes to, it doesn't matter what controversy is there, people come back every single year to watch, is the NFL. Why in heaven's green earth is Adam Silver, the NBA, continuing to try to go up against that product?
Getting your ride ready for the road? We've got the tools you need for the job. We're talking proven tough tools, like our 180-piece Duralast Mechanics tool set. It's a conveniently portable set of sockets, wrenches, and more that's guaranteed for life, so you'll be getting jobs done for the years to come. And you can reward yourself for all those jobs by joining our free AutoZone Rewards program. Members get a $20 reward every time they spend $20 or more 5 times. Visit AutoZone.com today. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
What did you buy Tasha for Christmas?
Cookbook.
Oh, fumble. What do I do? JCPenney's got you covered.
The clock's ticking till Christmas, and your JCPenney associate will help you find something that sparkles as much as she does. Get an extra 20% off with your JCPenney credit card and coupon. Use it to get up to 80% off fine jewelry red bow deals, or to get 70% off select gold and silver jewelry. JCPenney. Offers valid through 12/24. Credit offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions apply. See jcp.com for coupon and details.
The holidays are coming in hot. And at Ulta Beauty, so are all the last-minute beauty finds.
Hurry in now and discover giftable goodies galore, like the cookie-scented Too Faced Let It Snow Girl makeup collection, an exclusive Kylie Cosmetics holiday eyeshadow palette. Plus, get foolproof stocking stuffers like gift cards, nail art, and more. So don't let the holiday hysteria get to you. Shop now and get ready to give, gather, and glow. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and you won't just begun.
John Lennon here.
And so
over 50 injured during the nearly 70-car pileup in Virginia. My, oh my.
Could not believe that.
Oh.
Did you see what that looked like?
I mean, we know, and particularly, didn't St. Joe exit have a massive pileup years ago? If it gets foggy and icy and it's not, and then it is, and you're going 50, you can't do anything about it.
That's right.
It is a chain reaction if there's anybody, but it just happens. And you're thinking, well, why were they going to? Because it was fine about a minute ago. And then you have these patchy, it just, how it is when you drive in this weather, it's very precarious. Okay, text from Paul. We were talking about the Champaign County Treasurer's Office and Jim Goss, Finance Chair of the County Board, came in and said we can't get a balanced checkbook, and he's been complaining for some time. And we got a message from Paul. It says, students voted for those they didn't know. They are gone, and we are left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Remember the lines on campus?
Yes. And then the laminated item that they got when they were standing in line that had all the D's
who to vote
filled
for,
in.
yeah.
And then the hamburgers they got afterwards.
Yeah, I didn't understand that because I didn't think you could entice them or feed them while they voted.
But, who's looking, who's checking.
If I had a poll area and I encouraged Republicans to vote and gave them ribeye sandwiches, would that be... Anyway, and they were able to get, registered on the spot with the Jimmy John's receipt.
Yes,
and I'm going, what?
With their address on there. Right. It was...
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we got a text in from Michael talking about Monticello High School Pep Band being the band for the men's basketball game at the NCA&T game.
In North Carolina A&T.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's awesome because the students are out.
Right, and the Marching Illini's heading to the bowl game.
You betcha. So, they'll be there, so that's awesome.
Go Sages.
No, we were in Monticello. We went to Allerton yesterday.
It's such a nice light display.
I have not been to Allerton since they replaced the bridge.
Okay.
Hasn't that been a while?
It has.
Because it had a single passage bridge.
That's right.
And we went in there, and my memories, we used to go to fish camp with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
We had so much fun. It's in the old 4-H camp, and I was actually the chief of the Blackhawks, all 85 of us or whatever, at 4-H camp.
Uh-huh.
I was the chief. Probably politically incorrect at this point.
And I used to do the dances and stuff like that towards the end of the camp.
The dances?
I'd DJ, and they'd have...
Oh, I thought you meant the chief dances. So, boy, you are really on thin ice here, Missy. But anyway, the 4-H camps were something we went to in the late 60s. And I went to several camps and enjoyed that. And fish camp with the kids. We used to go fishing at Allerton Park, and there's 1,500 acres, and there's another Allerton somewhere in the world, another block of land that this guy had.
I see.
I didn't know that. I think Robert Allerton, and I think it somewhere in Europe, perhaps. But this guy was quite the entrepreneur. Apparently, in the Civil War, he bought all the hogs, and it fed the North.
I see.
The armies of the North.
Well, that's good thinking.
Yeah. Buy the food, and they got to eat. So, this goes back a ways, and then he donated everything to the University of Illinois. They do quite the wedding venue out there.
Yes, I've DJ'd many times.
Out there, and it's a beautiful setting.
Oh, I love it. Inside the mansion or out on the field there.
Have you been recently in the Sunken Garden?
Yes, I have.
Is that not amazing how you could say, hi, Diane, and you can hear it all the way over on the other side?
It's crazy.
Acoustically, wouldn't Luciano Pavarotti would have loved that?
Exactly.
The acoustics in that thing is just stunning to me. And that would be a cool wedding venue as well in the Sunken Garden. In
But
Monticello.
they have the Kirby Wellness Walk right now, and especially like 5 to 9, I believe, you can walk through different areas that are really well lit. So nice job over there in Monticello.
I think it's, in this season of I watch Hallmark movies unabashedly, I think Monticello almost fits that.
You're right.
They've got the
But
square.
For me, I went to the Reindeer Ranch on Saturday. I went through Candlestick Lane. I went to Homer and saw Homer's Christmas parade with Santa.
Wow.
It was a Christmas adventure with Aiden.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. And Candlestick Lane looking good?
It was.
Everybody participating this year?
My friend Rich Barnett ran out and said, "You got one of those Cardinal calendars?" He's right there in the heart of Candlestick Lane and Veteran.
Sometimes, occasionally, there'll be a year when Scrooge McDuck doesn't want to participate.
You're right.
Is that still?
There's on the fringe.
All right.
But the real thick of things.
It's all good.
It was great.
Got a break for the news. We'll be right back. You want to text us this morning. We're on tomorrow, and then we're on a break for a bit, as I hope you are. I hope you get a chance to take a little time with your family or do something you want to do and maybe travel.
The other park is in Hawaii. We're hearing about Allerton.
Allerton has something in Hawaii? We're going to Hawaii.
Keith in Monticello. So since he's
I love Monticello.
Exactly. I
really, really do. We like to drive off, I think it's State Street. They have those mansions.
Yeah.
The Atkins family used to live in that one with the pillars, looks like the White House.
Uh-huh.
And then the Tudor across the street was actually for sale years and years ago. We went through it. It was only like $400,000, and this thing is a historic landmark. I mean, it is massive. Really cool. Some of those mansions in Monticello are pretty cool. All right. Text in if you like, 359-2255.
What has your Christmas experience been in our area
since
we're talking about
a lot to do, and you've done well, Diane, getting out there. Good work. I know Aiden loved it.
Exactly.
8:30 in Champaign-Urbana. Be right back. Time for your Fox News, then local news next.
Fox News. I'm Steve Rappaport. President Trump tweeting House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is breaking all the rules in his upcoming impeachment trial. Pelosi refusing to say when she'll turn over articles of impeachment to the Senate.
Believe it or not, the papers have to be physically brought over to the Senate, and we can't go forward until the Speaker does that.
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on Fox and Friends. Boeing CEO Dennis Muhlenberg stepping down effective immediately. The company's reputation severely damaged after 2 737 MAX jets crashed, killing nearly 350 people. And a suspect charged in Saturday's shooting of 13 people at a house party in Chicago.
This party was being held in memory of another person that was killed here in the city earlier this year. Police say inside the house party there was some type of dispute. People started spilling out onto the streets. Shots were fired in and around the house.
Fox's Matt Finn. America is listening to Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. 2 people, including a child, are dead after a house fire in Champaign this weekend. The fire broke out at 9 Sherwood Terrace late Saturday night. The Champaign County coroner says 49-year-old Leslie Gill died early Sunday morning at Carle Foundation Hospital. The other victim died at a hospital in Chicago. The News-Gazette says a female child died in the fire. A third person had non-life-threatening injuries. The home was fully involved with flames when crews got there. It is not clear yet what started that fire. Investigators say a space heater caused a camper home fire in Rantoul early Saturday. Firefighters were called to Fountain Valley Mobile Home Park at 8:20 in the morning on Saturday. A resident heard his smoke alarm going off and got out safely. The camper home was destroyed. Firefighters kept the fire from threatening any other mobile homes in the park. It took about 20 firefighters 80 minutes to get that fire out. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
2020 is going to be your year, right? Join that gym. Start that diet. Nah. How about getting out of that job and into a career? There are millions of unfilled cybersecurity positions in the U.S. right now, and My Computer Career is training people to fill them. No IT experience or education? No problem. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. mycomputercareer.edu.
Leadership.
Experts.
Advocates.
Influential. It takes strong words like those to describe the region's most trusted business association.
The Champaign County Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is making a positive difference in our community, growing and improving the business climate, the economy, and our workforce through passionate advocacy, special programs, and unparalleled resources. Call the Champaign County Chamber of Commerce, 359-1791, or go to champaigncounty.org.
Grow with the Chamber. Join or renew your membership today.
Okay. Weather for the St. Petersburg area.
It does sort of feel
I mean, this is just delightful.
It's like you don't want to jinx it, you know?
Well, it's good all week, right?
And so many other areas are suffering and having to change their travel plans, blah, blah, blah. We've got a high 51 today, down to 25 this evening. Up to 49 tomorrow, partly cloudy, down to around 35. 57 high on Christmas Day, down to 47. 20% chance of showers in the forecast late. High 58 now on Thursday as you return packages. Right now the temperature is 34 with the sunshine. ESPN 93.5.
When it seems the magic slipped away, we find it all again on Christmas Day. Believe in what your heart is saying. Hear the melody that's playing. There's no time to waste. There's so much to celebrate. Believe in what you feel inside and give your dreams the wings to fly. You have everything you need if you just
Isn't that Polar Express? It's Josh Groban. I mean,
he's great.
Oh, man. I like him. I like Michael Bublé a lot.
Yeah.
But didn't Michael Bublé retire?
I think. Yeah, and he was just in his heyday, pretty much.
Well,
voice of kind of the modern-day Sinatra.
But if you're sitting out there and you've got multi-millions,
yep,
you're missing your kids growing up.
Yep, and his kids were little, so...
What the heck? I'd do the same darn thing.
All right.
I would. I mean, what are you chasing? I mean, you're going to chase something. Chase your family. If you want to do something impactful, be with your family.
Yeah.
Man, we're into Bananagram.
I've been meaning to see if I could pick that up at, a big box store and buy some new games.
It's so fun. And it's quick. I mean, they also have a new Monopoly.
Okay.
If you're bored with the old one, they got 99 spots. It'd take you forever to get around. This will take 12 hours. And we had a game of chess going on last night.
Oh, wow. It's been forever since I played that.
Yeah. Pretty good. I flashed back to 5th grade in India.
I think what the memes is the thing that Anna likes to play. These memes.
Oh, little bubble things.
Right.
Okay.
And
things that are on Twitter and stuff.
Right. And I think you bring it in and ask people
questions.
SpongeBob
dancing, and that's a meme, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. And then you can put it into a game form.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I haven't played it yet, but we plan to.
That's awesome. Get a board game. So fun. I flashed back in chess to 5th grade in India when Johnny and I were playing.
Michael Bublé, according to an interview with Oprah October 9, 2009, he dreamed of being a famous singer since he was 2, and when he was a teenager, slept with the Bible and prayed that he would become a singer. At the age of 5, when they played Bing Crosby's White Christmas album, he used to sing along note for note. That's interesting.
That's awesome.
I
recommend
to see if he's actually retired, as you were saying.
Everybody sleep with the Bible. So Johnny and I are playing chess in 5th grade, and Johnny's in freshman in high school, and this is in India. We lived in India when I was in 5th grade, and I am closing in. I mean, I the first ever, I'm going to beat him in chess. Never happened. And he had his, hand on his face. I mean, focus, and then. And remind me next time we get him on. Next moment, it was like a flash. He flipped that board across the room. So that was my first chess victory of significance.
I see.
Kind of when I beat and he, of course, I had to pick up the pieces on top of that. Anyway, I'll have to ask him, but he'll remember that too. About the time I beat Kenny Pratt at the Philo grade school basketball hoop, too. That's a memorable one. Kenny Pratt, I think, works or worked for a long time with the U.S. Postal Service. Wonderful guy. Good, great guy. But Kenny Pratt was a monster. 6th grade, probably 5'10". I was in 3rd grade, and I played basketball all the time at the Philo Blacktop. It was at Philo grade school, and I played all the time. Rain, winter, snow, 3-2-1, assembly hall, last shot, all the time. I was that kid. So Kenny and I playing one-on-one, and he's like 5'10". I'm 3rd grade. And I had the ball with a chance to win, and he had me cornered, and I threw it over my head behind me, and it went in. my greatest upset because Kenny was like, in a game to 10, he'd be a 9-point favorite. It's just one of those things. And I was a pretty good shooter, and I was not afraid to shoot. All right, 8:39.
It's like I've heard somebody say, what a ball hog you are. And didn't you play the Harlem Globetrotters? And even they said,
okay, fine.
Come on, dude, pass the ball.
Okay, whatever. I was open.
Were you on the Generals team?
Yes, I was.
As a DJ back in the day?
I was on the Generals team, 1985, Washington Generals. They're 0-800. And I played, and I got in the game and put 5 shots up in 2 minutes. And Geese Osby, the Harlem Globetrotter favorite, looked at me at halftime and seriously looked at me and said, boy, you like to shoot that ball. and it was the coach, Red whatever, who coached the Generals all those years as part of the show, said, the celebrity gets in for 2 minutes. I quote celebrity.
Right.
And said, I'm going to put you in, but you got to do something for me. I'm going to do something for you. And I said, what can I do for you, coach? He said, pass the ball. And I did pass it, and the guy missed a layup. Otherwise, I'd have had a darn assist. And, of course, then I kept shooting. So, anyway, it was really, really fun. And I used to wake up and dreaming as a grade schooler, thinking, Mom used to tell me, she said, pass the ball, I'm open. There was no shot I wasn't open for.
Looks like red clots, maybe?
Red clots. Red clots. He said, I'm going to do something for you, but you got to do something for me. And then the worst part of that whole thing is they have these former pro players that are on the Washingtons just beating around doing the show, making a living.
Exactly.
And I make a shot. I make 1 out of 5. My last shot goes in. And I come to the huddle, and I'm so fired up because I scored a basket at the assembly hall. And I look up, and it's Washington 37, the Globetrotters 36 at the timeout. And just really inappropriate. I got in the huddle and I said, come on, you guys. If it wasn't for me, we'd be behind. Let's go.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, the 6'10 guy looked at Red Klotz and said, Red, who is this guy? That was not appropriate. I just couldn't. I was so excited.
Oh, my goodness.
And then Rick Sullivan used to be the Channel 3 sports anchor. And he got a camera in my face. And I just, sometimes some of the stuff I do is just, what are you doing? Anyway, I said, yeah, thanks, Rick. I know the draft's coming up. I don't know what the situation is, but I'm sure hopeful that I get a shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that kind of, just too much. Just too much.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Text in if you like, 359-2255. It's 841.
Haul packages for a living? A gas-powered Mercedes-Benz Sprinter delivers. Transport people? A Sprinter van with 0% financing is a 5-star idea. If food delivery is your thing, then a gas Sprinter caters to you. And if you're a general contractor, the Sprinter with 0% financing nails it. With innovation, safety, and technology, Sprinter is built for you. And it's built for your bottom line with 0% financing. The Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, starting at just $33,790. And for a limited time with IRS Section 179, you could be eligible for up to a $25,000 tax deduction. Gas engine, 0% financing, and a possible tax deduction? Now that's a Sprinter that delivers. Mercedes-Benz. Vans. Born to run.
MSRP excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep fee. Options, model availability, and actual dealer price may vary. See dealer for details about costs and terms. Only valid on 2018 or 2019 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans excluding cab chassis. Qualified commercial customers only. Financing offer valid through January 2nd, 2020. Consult your tax advisor. For more information, limits may apply. Visit mbvans.com.
For many families, another year of floods, fires, and devastation have left them on a long journey towards healing and recovery. This Christmas season, the Knights of Columbus invite you to help victims of natural disasters rebuild their homes and communities one family at a time. Visit kofc.org/relief to learn how you can keep Christ in Christmas by sharing the hope of the season in a time of great need.
What did you buy Tasha for Christmas?
Cookbook.
Oh, fumble. What do I do? JCPenney's got you covered.
The clock's ticking till Christmas, and your JCPenney associate will help you find something that sparkles as much as she does. Get an extra 20% off with your JCPenney credit card and coupon. Use it to get up to 80% off fine jewelry red bow deals, or to get 70% off select gold and silver jewelry. JCPenney. Offers valid through 12/24. Credit offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions apply. See jcp.com for coupon and details.
For great food and great steaks, visit the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford. Donnie and his team will cook your prime rib, ribeye, kebab, ribs, or anything else on their menu to perfection. And the Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford will be open for New Year's Eve from 4 till 9, serving the best fresh hand-cut steaks, chops, prime rib, and more. First come, first serve at the Long Branch Steakhouse, New Year's Eve from 4 till 9. Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford, Illinois. Yeah, 844. I'd mentioned kind of a spontaneous Stever offer. At the award-winning Honda BMW, if you'll go in now, you have a chance to buy a new Honda at 0.9% financing for 72 months. That doesn't happen very often. Get your details at drivechampagne.com or stop by the award-winning dealership off Neal at Burwash in Savoy. It's Honda BMW. Again, 0.9% financing for 72 months till the end of the year. Visit Honda today. DriveChampagne.com online off Neal at Burwash in Savoy. So I was looking, and we were pretty much good for December, just kind of focused on January for these test drives. But I'm giving $200 for test driving a Honda or BMW at Honda BMW. But it's got to be what's called a qualified test drive. So it can't just be, hoo-hoo, let's stop by, grab the money, and run, drive a car we're not going to buy. So we ask you a series of questions and kind of make sure that you're qualified for this. And if that is you, and there's some incentives that are stupid good right now. I was over there on Friday, and the Beamers have some crazy things going on, and the Hondas, they really do because it's into the year. So if that's something in your radar with the weather looking so good, it'll be busy over there. But if you're interested in $200 test drive, text in Honda right now. I'll call you a bit later to see just, how serious you are, and you might get $200 for driving something.
That's right.
Good luck, and text in now, 359-2255 if that's you. Text in Honda. Here we go, sports headlines.
Speaking of text at 359-2255, Terry said that Globetrotter story made me belly laugh.
It's belly laughable.
Another friend of mine says when you get worked up in the story, you sound a little like Barney Fife.
Yeah, well, that would be me. Hey, Fred. It's crazy. But, and for me, it'd be almost cringeable, if that's a word. Because I'm going, why would I say that to this 6'10" guy?
Exactly.
It's not his fault. He's got a gig at the Globetrotters. He's got to lose every night. It's so fun.
I was Googling the Globetrotters, and, that red guy had, 20,000 games from the Generals against the Globetrotters. They had a system.
Legendary guy. Yeah. Red Klotz was he was really nice to me. The fact that he put me in the game again.
Exactly.
Because the guys knew I got my 2 minutes, so they fed me the ball every time. And the shot I took from the corner that hit the side of the backboard was quite humiliating. Let me just say that.
Okay.
And then Guy Sosme dragged me down the court in a headlock, and he put my pants down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully you were wearing okay underwear.
A jock. Yeah, I was an athlete. Okay? Yeah, really embarrassing. Okay. So I deserved all that sass because they tried to intimidate me too.
Exactly.
And I wasn't going to hear it.
Chest bumping you up.
Yeah, they were shoving me against the locker room saying, you're not going to do nothing. And I'm going, oh, yeah? Watch this. And they pull my pants down.
And then making fun of your 0 on your jersey.
I know. Said I wasn't going to get any points.
That's how many points you're going to get.
So obviously, having been bullied, essentially, unacceptable now, I scored at a basket and kind of got a little boastful, which isn't good. So.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Well, Missouri was on a roll, and Illini a little on the flat side Saturday down in St. Louis. 63-56 was the final with 18 Big Ten games on the horizon. We're hoping that was just kind of a blip. We are 8-4 on the season. Rutgers over Lafayette 63-44 yesterday. Really, Kansas Jayhawks were down. Number 1 team in the nation fall to number 18. Villanova 56-55. So it happens. Next week at this time, we'll be preparing for the bowl, baby. California Golden Bears. We've got Cindy and Dan Ditchfield of St. Joe going. Thanks to Duncan and Pia's. It's at 3 o'clock in Santa Clara at Levi's Stadium. Go Illini. Yep. Speaking of football, Kansas City beat the Bears 26-3. Saints over the Titans. There's a lot of games that are pushing the playoff situation around. I know folks were watching the Eagles over the Cowboys 17-9, and Arizona over Seattle 27-13. Those all have, playoff contention and all that.
Yep.
So the Colts over the Panthers 38-16, and tonight Packers are at Minnesota.
Okay, been talking a lot. I got to do this. We'll come back to the weather, and then I got to give it to Jeremy Warner. Stand by.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Amazing. It's kind of like being showered with cash from above, which would also be pretty amazing. It's so amazing that millions of people a year are getting their cash back matched. They just can't get enough. So whether it's raining down on your head or raining into your bank account, it's your cash back, and Discover is matching it. Discover Cashback Match. What are you waiting for? Learn more at discover.com/match.
From trimming the tree to shopping for the perfect gift, the holidays are busy. Simplify your life and your finances with innovative banking solutions from Busey. With the Busey mobile app, view balances, transfer funds, find one of our 25,000 MoneyPass ATMs, and deposit checks directly from your device. Enjoy the gift of convenience from Busey. Download the Busey mobile app today. Busey, your dream, our promise. Member FDIC.
At the Happy Honda Days sales event, you can unwrap incredible deals that'll make you, oh my gosh, you know, the kind of gift that makes you, no way, or even, awesome. Yep, that's basically Happy Honda Days in a chess nutshell.
Get a great deal on a 2019 HRV from KBB.com's best overall brand for 2019 with 1.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers. Hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details based on 2019 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
At the Happy Honda Days sales event, you can unwrap incredible deals that'll make you, oh my gosh, you know, the kind of gift that makes you, no way. Yep, that's basically Happy Honda Days in a chess nutshell.
Get a great deal on a 2019 CRV from KBB.com's best overall brand for 2019 with 1.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers.
Visit your Central Illinois Honda dealers or go to centralilhondadealers.com.
See dealer for financing details based on 2019 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Getting your ride ready for the road? We've got the tools you need for the job. We're talking proven tough tools, like our 180-piece Duralast Mechanics tool set. It's a conveniently portable set of sockets, wrenches, and more that's guaranteed for life. So you'll be getting jobs done for the years to come. And you can reward yourself for all those jobs by joining our free AutoZone Rewards program. Members get a $20 reward every time they spend $20 or more 5 times. Visit AutoZone.com today. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Well, you've done very well in this job interview. I want to know what powers you through the day.
Well, I use a AAA battery as a backup on my alarm clock. Then I turn on my TV for the weather with my AA powered remote. I drove here in my car that has an MT58 Interstate battery. Oh, I forgot about my watch. It has a coin cell battery from Interstate Battery. I once had a fire in my house, and I knew about it because my smoke detector had a 9-volt Interstate battery. So I guess you could say that Interstate Battery powers me. If you need the hookup, go to them in Champaign on Madison.
Wow, you seem charged up for this job. Well, let's just read it again and read it again and read it again. Weather is amazing.
Pretty much. If you're running around and checking things off your list, you got good weather to do it with a high 51, partly cloudy, down to 25 this evening, up towards 50 tomorrow, down to 35, partly cloudy again. On Christmas Day, up to 57, down to 47, 20% chance of showers late, 58 on the 26th. Right now, the temperature's at 36 on ESPN 93.5.
You got to hear a version, just a bit of it. Pentatonics, Away in the Manger. Stand by, stand by.
Hey guys, it's Shane from Rosati's. Hard to believe, but Christmas is less than 40 days away. And I'm here to remind you that gift certificates from Rosati's Pizza make a great gift or stocking stuffer. Right now, buy $25 in gift certificates and get $5 for yourself. You're giving and receiving when you shop local with Rosati's Pizza. Again, buy $25 in gift certificates and get $5 for yourself. We're making your holiday shopping easy this year. Stop in Rosati's at 701 South Gregory in Urbana or give us a call at 328-2334.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. Finding your way to retirement may feel like working your way through a maze. Without a guide, it's hard to see if you're headed in the right direction. We can offer guidance along the way to help you see the bigger picture and make good financial decisions. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place, Champaign. Call 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Enjoying getting to know this place we've just started talking about a lot, Everyday Kitchen. And Logic.
At Everyday Kitchen Restaurant and Bar, we believe that food makes you feel good. Get cozy by the Open Flame Spitfire Grill to enjoy modern comfort food and drink from Chef Jared Bastion. Crafted with soul and served with heart. Enjoy slow roasted chicken, hand-cut steaks and seafood, and patiently simmered soups. Dig into fresh takes on home-style favorites, including the Spitfire Pot Roast or 5-cheese mac and cheese. Book your table at everydaykitchen.com or visit us at Neal Street and Fox Drive, right next to Logic Everyday Community.
Hey, you. Are you looking to the big box stores for cabinetry? You are simply just a number. They couldn't possibly care about each individual cabinet and countertop that will go into your kitchen or bathroom. Luther Falls not only gives you the attentive service and installation you need for your project, but they also won't be beat with their prices. If you can't afford Luther Falls cabinets, you can't afford cabinets. Call Luther Falls at 356-4060 or go to their website at lutherfalls.com.
Financing now available.
Up way in a manger, no crib for his bed. The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay.
I will play more of this tomorrow. Really good pentatonic. It's so good.
I love it.
All right, Diane, meet you tomorrow.
Enjoy the day.
Jeremy Warner next. I'm Stevie J. Have a great Monday. Talk to you tomorrow.
The cattle are lowing, the baby awakes, but
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Amazing. It's kind of like being showered with cash from above, which would also be pretty amazing. It's so amazing that millions of people a year are getting their cash back matched. They just can't get enough. So whether it's raining down on your head or raining into your bank account, it's your cash back, and Discover is matching it. Discover Cashback Match. What are you waiting for? Learn more at discover.com/match.
When your car breaks down, you realize just how much you need it. And when it breaks down, Beaumont Alignment Plus steps up. For routine maintenance like brakes, oil changes, tune-ups, batteries, and tires, you can count on Beaumont Alignment Plus. Bigger issues including alignment, suspension work, starters, alternators, transmission requires specialists. So get to know Beaumont Alignment Plus for your vehicle repairs. With locations on Bloomington Road and Denison Drive in Champaign, you're never far from the help you need. It's good to know the quality service is still affordable at Beaumont Alignment Plus.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm a cooler. You're driving to a tailgate, so you filled me up with ice and cans. But I pop open, you panic, and if you've got cut rate insurance, there might be a few less cans in your ice. So get Allstate.
Allstate, where your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Accident forgiveness from Allstate. Contact your local agent today. Are you in good hands?
Not available in every state. Features are optional, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and its affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Dealing with technology can be confusing and frustrating. With all the disorienting details of both wired and wireless technologies, it's easy to get things confused. Area-wide Technologies in Champaign makes sure your virtual private information is secure and allows you peace of mind that you will always be connected to customers and their problems. Give Area-wide a shot at 359-8041 or head to their website at www.areawidetech.com and let them take the confusion of cybersecurity out of your hands.
Jeremiah 29:11 states, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." What a comfort we have in this passage as the Lord is telling Jeremiah, I care for you and will take care of you. If you are in despair and think you have no hope, pray to the Lord and ask Him for His blessings, guidance, and protection. See how your life can be changed in the lives of those around you. This message brought to you by the Blossom Basket Florist.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands. Here's a great offer from Lands. For a limited time, we're offering instant rebates up to $1,000 or special long-term financing with approved credit on qualifying trained systems. That's $1,000 in instant rebates or special financing. Call Lands for details or find us online at landsinc.com. And remember, it's hard to stop a train. Any season, anytime, you can count on Lands.
See Lands or visit train.com for complete program eligibility dates, details, and restrictions.
Are you in the market for a new home? You don't have to settle for the 3 or 4 loan products that many banks offer. Hi, I'm Joni Utenage, mortgage lender with Molitor Financial Group right here in Champaign. With just one application and one credit pull, I shop the top wholesale lenders in the nation, so you don't have to. And because I have more options, I have a greater approval percentage. At Molitor Financial, all we do is mortgages, so we can close our loans in 30 days or less, even the government loans. Call me today at 217-714-0883.
And MLS number 689931. Molitor Financial Group is an Illinois mortgage licensee.
36 countries, thousands of artisans, and countless stories. They all come together when you experience 10,000 Villages in downtown Champaign. This holiday season, discover skillfully handcrafted jewelry, home decor, and more. And your purchase will bring dignity to families, feed and educate their children, and allow them to live happier and healthier lives. Experience unique handmade wonders of the world at 10,000 Villages, your fair trade retailer for over 30 years. 105 North Walnut in downtown Champaign. Shop local with global impact. Visit 10,000villages.com.
You know what I don't like is paying so much money on a cell bill, and guess what? I don't do that anymore, thanks to Andy at Premier Sound.
How you doing, Lon?
Good.
Every single day we see people come into the store with these $200, $300, $400 phone bills.
I had them.
It's crazy. Exactly. And so did I. I used to spend $150, $200 a month on a phone bill. Boost Mobile. Unlimited everything. Unlimited talk, unlimited text. We start off with 12 gigs of hotspot on all of our plans. $50 a month. We even have a $35 a month plan. You're not going to quite get unlimited everything on that, but for $50 a month, one person, we could go to 2 people for $80, wow. Unlimited everything. We could do 3 for $100. We could do 4 people for $100.
My goodness.
We could even do 5 people for $130 a month.
Family.
A month. No crazy taxes, no anything. You've got to check out Boost Mobile. I mean it. It's the coolest deal on the planet. No contract, no credit check. We could switch you and we'll give you free phones. Yeah, you got to come see us. Free phones. Just switch to us and we'll give you free phones.
Premier Sound.
Come see me. Corner of Prospect and Bradley in Champaign.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.